Hello, you're watching Q News, and the top stories for this hour. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has condemned the International Criminal Court's decision to issue an arrest warrant for him on war crimes, calling it anti-Semitic. The ICC judges stated that there are reasonable grounds to believe Netanyahu and former Defense Minister Yoav Gallant are criminally responsible for acts including murder, persecution and using starvation as a weapon of war in a widespread and systematic attack against Gaza's civilian population. Israel has rejected the court's jurisdiction while denying committing war crimes in Gaza.
Our enemies are your enemies, and our victory will be your victory.
The United Nations has affirmed its respect for the International Criminal Court's work and independence, while also stating that it will continue to engage with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. UN spokesperson Stefan Dujarric emphasized the importance of the court speaking to those involved in the conflict. He added that such communications, especially by senior UN officials, may be necessary to address critical issues, including security and the court's ability to carry out its mandates.
The guidelines also clearly recognize that such contacts, especially by senior officials of the organization, may be required to address...
At least 20 Palestinians, including children, have been killed in an Israeli airstrike targeting a building sheltering displaced families in Gaza City. Rescue teams are still searching for those trapped under the rubble, while families mourn the victims at funerals held outside Al Ahli Al Arabi Hospital. The bodies were later transported for burial as mourning gripped the area. Explosions have rocked Beirut's southern suburbs as Israeli strikes targeted Barda and Shofat, sending thick smoke billowing into the sky. The intensified assault comes amid a deepening crisis in Lebanon. Meanwhile, U.S. mediator Amos Hochstein has held talks in Israel following his visit to Beirut a day earlier, where he expressed optimism about the prospects of a ceasefire, calling it within reach. However, the violence shows no signs of abating, leaving the region bracing for further bloodshed. Russian President Vladimir Putin has confirmed the testing of the Oreshnik medium-range ballistic missile in Ukraine, attributing it to Western attacks on Kursk and Bryansk. Putin warned of decisive responses justifying the targeting of nations supporting Ukraine. In contrast, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky condemned the missile test, accusing Russia of escalating the war. And that's the top headlines for this hour. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more updates here on Q News.